lights in the breeze. A shadow falls across our table. The air smells faintly of sea salt and mango skin left in the sun. You slide a glass toward me, condensation slipping down the sides. We lean in over slices of fruit, laughing about nothing in particular. The vendor calls out a greeting, and you wave back like an old friend. It's a day that doesn't ask for hurry, one where we can just let things be. Every second feels so in color and quiet joy. Oh, I keep the umbrella steady, let the day spill bright around us. Summer has a way of holding on when we don't rush it. Children race along the shore, their voices skipping over the tide. I watch the light shift across your cheek as a cloud drifts past the sun. You tell me stories from years ago, and I store each one away like treasure. Keep the umbrella steady, let the day spill bright around us. Summer has a way of holding on when we don't rush it. If this table could speak, it would tell of afternoons like this, where time folds in on itself and we forget the rest of the world. Keep the umbrella steady, let the day spill bright around us. Summer has a way of holding on when we don't rush it. Keep the umbrella steady, let the day spill bright around us. Summer has a way of holding on when we don't rush it. Wooden blinds half closed, letting in slivers of dusk. A boat sways outside in the tide, its lantern casting slow moving light. I sit by the window, tracing patterns on the glass. The scent of salt and warm linen mixing with the hum of the air. If the stacked high. You choose coconut with syrup drizzle and hand me the first spoonful. We lean against the painted rail, watching waves slap playfully below. A fisherman pulls his line, shaking his head at an empty hook. You laugh softly, and the sound mixes with the breeze. The ice melts faster than we expect, so we pass the spoon back and forth. Each bite sweeter in the sun, each smile lighter than the last. Coconut ice melts too quick, so we eat faster, laughing. And the sun stays high like it's waiting for us to finish our joy. You tap my shoulder, pointing to a boat. Its sail painted with flowers. We imagine where it's headed and make up stories for its passengers. The syrup drips down my hand, and you lean in to wipe it away. Coconut ice melts too quick, so we eat faster, laughing. The sun stays high like it's waiting for us to finish our joy. If happiness had a flavor, it would taste like this. Cold and sweet, fleeting but full, leaving us wanting more. Coconut ice melts too quick, so we eat faster, laughing. And the sun stays high like it's waiting for us to finish our joy. Coconut ice melts too quick, so we eat faster, laughing. And the sun stays high like it's waiting for us to finish our joy. A narrow walkway lined with coral stones leads toward the beach at low tide. We step carefully, hearing the crunch under our sandals. You point to the pools left behind, tiny fish darting in circles. We kneel to watch them closer, shadows moving under the clear surface. The sun makes the water flash like coins scattered on the ground. It's easy to lose track of time. driftwood fences leads us toward the open water. The boards creak under our steps, but the air ahead smells free and wide. You stop to run your fingers over the fence, tracing the rough lines like a map. The light falls in strips through gaps in the tall grass. We hear the gulls before we see them. There's a pull in the open space ahead, promise that the view will be worth it. We move a little faster without needing to say why. Down the driftwood path we go, toward the blue we can't quite see yet. Every step a small piece of summer laid out just for us. The grass parts and there it is, white water glittering under the sun. You breathe out slowly like you've been holding it all day. We stand side by side, letting the waves write their own story. Down the driftwood path we go, toward the blue we can't quite see yet. Every step a small piece of summer laid out just for us. Some passing, but only to lead into something greater. This one feels like it was meant for us to find. Down the driftwood path we go, toward the blue we can't quite see yet. Every step a small piece of summer laid out just for us. Down the driftwood path we go, toward the blue we can't quite see yet. Every step a small piece of summer laid out just for us. Sandals tapping against worn stone paths, shadows of leaves painting your shirt. Market stalls closing one by one, yet the air still feels alive. The shopkeeper hums as he locks the door. Children chase each other to the corner. We walk slower, holding the quiet, like a gift we don't unwrap. Evening wraps the streets in amber. Your smile turns every step warm. We don't speak of the ending days, we just let them rest in sweats on the table, drops racing down to the wood. The balcony catches the afternoon sun and holds it like a slow breath. You lean back in your chair, bare feet hooked on the railing. I take a sip and feel the cool spread through the warmth in my chest. Below the street hums quietly as neighbors greet each other in passing. The day feels like it's waiting for us to decide when it ends. We stretch it out, one sip at a time. Iced tea, balcony, where the hours slip and gold. We don't count them, we just let them go into the slow turn of the light. A breeze lifts the edge of the curtain, carrying the faint scent of flowers. You point to the shadow of a bird gliding across the floor. We talk about where we might go later, but neither of us stands up. Iced tea, balcony, where the hours slip and go. We don't count them, we just let them go into the slow turn of the light. Some afternoons are worth keeping, even if only in memory. This feels like one of those, light, cool, and just stars. Iced tea, balcony, where the hours slip and go. We don't count them, we just let them go into the slow turn of the You toss them there with practiced ease, among the limes and clementines leaves. The metal chill where pulp once lay, still cold, still shaped from yesterday. I moved the bowl, then placed it back right where we met the nightly track. Keys in the fruit bowl, small still feel like your favorite sign. And though you took the road ahead, they clang like echoes once you said. Keys in the fruit bowl, small and still, no longer used but present still. You used to hum when dropping them. Now silence fills where words begin. Paper lanterns swinging in the slow wind, their colors washed warm by the setting sun. We stand under one, watching it sway over the corner where music plays softly. You tilt your head, listening closer to the soft strum coming from inside a shop. It smells faintly of tea and oranges. A bell on the door jingles as someone leaves. The cobblestones here are worn and smooth, like they've held 1,000 summers before. It feels like the whole street is leaning in to listen with us. Every sound softened by the warm weight of evening. Under lantern light, the world slows down, colors pooling at our feet. We don't need a reason to stay. The night will find us here. A small crowd gathers by the corner, drawn by the music's easy pull. We watch their faces glow in the shifting light of red and gold. I think of how simple it feels to belong in a place like this. A musician plays near the gate, strings tremble in the cool air. We pause, listening to the way the notes fall into silence. Hold the night as if it were glass, careful, slow and unbroken. Every step across this bridge feels like walking through a across the cobblestone. Shops still open, scents drifting into the street. We take the path lined with mango crates, their sweet smell following us step for step. You stop to greet a shopkeeper, he offers slices on a wooden stick. Juice runs down, staining our hands. We laugh and wipe them on napkins too small. The air hums with the quiet clatter of plates. From a cafe spilling onto the sidewalk. We have no plans, just a slow direction. Follow whatever catches our eyes, and the sound of our own voices blending with the day. Down Mango Street, the air feels light, our shadows stretching between doorways. Every turn opens another frame. We never knew we wanted to keep. A painter works by the corner, colors bleeding into one another on the canvas. You point and whisper that the sky above us looks the same. We walk slower just to stay inside this long and wandering hour. Down Mango Street, the air feels light, our shadows stretching between doorways. Every turn opens another frame. We never knew we wanted to keep. Some days feel like borrowed pages from a book you can't find again. So we hold on to them with both hands, without hurry. Down Mango Street, the air feels light, our shadows stretching between doorways. Every turn opens another frame. We never knew we wanted to keep. Under the pale silver glow, curtains sway with the midnight air. Your silhouette leans on the railing, eyes tracing the slow passing clouds. The sound of faraway laughter drifts through the summer's end breeze. We share a quiet glance and let the world fade away. drifts through the summer's end breeze. We share a quiet glance and let the world fade away. Stay here where the moon feels close, every breath a whisper through the night. No need for words, your gaze says more than pages I could ever write. Stay here where the moon feels close, every breath a whisper through the night. No need for words, your gaze says more than pages I could ever write. Shops just starting to open, banners snapping above the stalls. The scent of bread from a corner cafe mixes with the tide's faint hum. Your hair is still damp from the shower. Sunlight catches the water on your shoulders. We wander between stalls with baskets of flowers, listening to the shopkeepers greet each passerby. You spot a photo booth near the arcade and pull me inside without warning. The camera clicks 3 times. We're caught mid-laugh, half blinking, smiling wide. The tide rocks them gently, like a mother with a sleeping child. You run your hand along the peeling paint, revealing layers of colors underneath. A fisherman mends his net nearby, pausing to nod as we pass. The air smells of fresh varnish and distant cooking fires. It feels like the kind of place that never hurries for anyone. We match our steps to the sway of the dawn. Its name hand-lettered on the side. You trace the letters slowly, as if saying them without speaking. The sun flares on the water's surface, and the whole scene turns gold. Painted boat row, holding stories in quiet waters. We drift through without a ripple, leaving only our shadows behind. If we could borrow a boat and row into the horizon, I think we'd find the day waiting to meet us halfway. Painted boat row, holding stories in quiet waters. We drift through without a ripple, leaving only our shadows behind. Painted boat row, holding stories in quiet waters. We drift through without a ripple, leaving only our shadows behind.
The festival crowd moves like water. Paper fans flashing in the light. Drums echo from the main square, while flags ripple against the sky. We wave through the crowd, shoulder to shoulder, stopping to watch a juggler toss bright pins. The air smells of grilled corn and sesame. Children dart past with sweet rice skewers. You buy one for us to share. Sugar dusting your fingertips. The sound of drums pulls us closer, each beat like a wave breaking on stone. snapping open in perfect sync. We clap along, our steps falling in with the rhythm of their movement. The sunlight catches on their silk sleeves and scatters it across the crowd. Follow the fan parade through the swirl of sound and color. Summer never feels too fast when you're walking next to me. Even when the music stops, the colors still seem to float in the air. We carry them with us as we wander down quieter streets. Follow the fan parade through the swirl of sound and color. Summer never feels too fast when you're walking next to me. There was sun parade through the swirl of sound and color. Summer never feels too fast when you're walking next to me. You hand me a slice, chilled and sweet. Juice running down my wrist, palm leaves sway overhead, casting moving shadows across our arms. The street is lined with tiny stalls selling painted shells and handmade fans. You tug me toward the smell of grilled fish and point out the old man carving a boat. A cat naps in the sun near his feet, its tail flicking lazily.
with silver threads. Crowds scatter into nearby doors. You pull me under a narrow archway, laughing as the wind finds our backs. A cart of flowers left unattended, petals trembling under the rain. I watch the colors blur together until they feel like the whole world. Stay until the puddles clear. We'll walk home through the shining stones. The rain will leave its quiet mark on everything we've known. Stay until the puddles clear. We'll walk home through the shining stones. The rain will leave its quiet mark on everything we've known. Bare feet tap along the wooden pier. Grains of sand cling to our ankles. You point at a gull that swoops low, and I feel the wind brush my cheek. The tide slow, revealing the rocks. Small crabs scuttle into shadows. We pause to watch without speaking as the sun leans closer to the water. Sand between the steps, sun in our hair. The whole world widens slow. If summer had a heartbeat, it would sound like this. We pass a fisherman coiling his rope. He nods, smile hidden under the brim of his hat. You tug my hand toward the end of the pier where the railing is warm from the sun. Sand between the steps, sun in our hair. The whole world wide and slow. If summer had a heartbeat, it would sound like this.
seashells along the path, like a trail only we could follow. The tide creeps close, stealing a view as it goes. Our sandals leave crooked prints that vanish with each wave. We don't mind the erasing, it just means we can start again. You bend to pick a shell, holding it up to the light. It's chipped on one side, but still beautiful in its own way. We pocket it anyway, a small treasure of the day. Seashell steps to nowhere, but it feels like the right place. When the water glitters ahead, and your voice calls me on. A dog splashes in the shallows, chasing sticks thrown by its owner. You laugh as it shakes water everywhere, and we dodge the spray together. We follow the shoreline until the pier rises in the distance. Seashell steps to nowhere, but it feels like the right place. When the water glitters ahead, and your voice calls me on. If we could walk far enough, we'd find the end of the day waiting. But maybe it would wait forever if we never stopped. Seashell steps to nowhere, but it feels like the right place. When the water glitters ahead, and your voice calls me on. Wood planks creak under our steps. The tide brushes against the posts. You lean against the railing, watching gulls circle in slow arcs. The air tastes faintly of salt, and something unspoken between us. I try to put it into words, but they scatter steps lead us past shuttered shops, faded signs still holding their charm. The air smells faintly of tea leaves and pages from books long closed. We hear the soft scrape of a chair inside a dim-lit cafe. You press your hand to the railing and glance at me like we belong here. Every turn in this old alley feels like a memory we never made, yet somehow already remember with a strange quiet joy. Every turn in this old alley feels like a memory we never made, yet somehow already remember with a strange quiet joy. Baskets of strawberries at the market stall, the sun low tinting the sky peach and pink. We carry one between us, hands brushing with each step. You pop one into your mouth, eyes half closing at the taste. I hold mine longer, watching the way the light hits your hair. The air smells faintly of baked bread from the shop across the square. We turn the corner without thinking, letting the streets choose for us. Every path lined with the glow of a fading summer day. Strawberry horizon, soft and sweet, filling the space between our words. If this is the last light of the day, let's carry it home in our hands. A busker plays near the fountain, notes scattering like petals in the breeze. You lean against the railing, feet crossed, watching the water move. We finish the last of the berries and leave the empty basket by the gate. Strawberry horizon, soft and sweet, filling the space between our words. If this is the last light of the day, let's carry it home in our hands. The horizon fades taste of fruit in the morning, and how the light falls differently here. I sip my drink and think you've already captured it perfectly.
Some places can't be sent in words, but we try anyway. Folding the day into sentences to keep for later. Summer postcard, carrying the warmth across the miles everywhere. A small piece of the sun pressed between paper and time. We walk to the mailbox on the corner, dropping it in with a small smile. I imagine the hands that will open it weeks from now in another season, and feel the day stretch beyond itself in a way I can't quite name. Summer postcard, carrying the warmth across the miles everywhere. A small piece of the sun pressed between paper and time. Maybe one day we'll find our own mailbox full of letters carrying back the places we've yet to see. Summer postcard, carrying the warmth across the miles everywhere. A small piece of the sun pressed between paper and time. Stalls glow under paper canopies, vendors calling in warm voices. We move slow, our shoulders brushing through the narrow aisle of color and scent. You stop at a stand with woven baskets, running your fingers over the smooth edges. I point out the spices piled high, red, gold, and deep brown in small pyramids. The air feels thick with stories of the day winding down. Every stall feels like a chapter, and we're walking through the book, one step at a time, with nowhere else to be. Sunset Market Walk, where the air is warm with flavor. We carry the day in our hands and let the evening write the rest. A musician plays an old tune on a corner just past the bread stall. Children dance barefoot on the stone, while parents moments linger nearby. You hand me a paper bag of roasted nuts, still hot enough to sting my palm. Sunset Market Walk, where the air is warm with flavor. We carry the day in our hands and let the evening write the rest. Some nights taste like the past. Some nights feel like the first time. This one feels like both in equal measure. Sunset Market Walk, where the air is warm with flavor. We carry the day in our hands and let the evening write the rest. Sunset Market Walk, where the air is warm with flavor. We carry the day in our hands and let the evening write the Under the striped awning we sit, drinking water that tastes of lime. Your hair glows in the filtered sun like a color I can't name. The street is alive with bicycles, baskets full of bread and flowers. We watch them roll past, counting how many have red frames. A boy balances a stack of hats on his head. His friend chasing him down the sidewalk. The heat stays away in the shade, but sunlight spills in stripes across the table. Your hand brushes mine, and we pretend it's an accident. Tangerine shade keeps the heat away, but lets the laughter through. Every blink a flash of summer, caught in an easy view. You peel an orange slowly, letting the scent fill the air between us. We talk about the small things, like who makes the best ice shavings in town. The moment feels so light, it might float if we let go. Tangerine shade keeps the heat away, but lets the laughter through. Every blink a flash of summer, caught in an easy view. If I could fold this shade into my pocket,
A single sail shines white against the pale sky. We watch from the pier's edge, feet dangling above the tide. The sail shifts with the wind like a bird changing its mind. You lean forward, elbows on your knees, eyes tracking its slow curve. The air smells faintly of rope and salt. A gull floats by without hurry. Some days feel too quiet to disturb. This is one of them. We speak in low tones as if the water might overhear. White sail afternoon, moving steady past the horizon. We stay until it's out of sight, and the air feels a little cooler. A boy drops a bucket into the shallows, pulling up shells and bits of sea glass. You smile, saying we should try, but we don't move, not yet. The sun warms the back of my neck, while the sail grows small in the distance. White sail afternoon, moving steady past the horizon. We stay until it's out of sight, and the air feels a little cooler. If I could follow it, I would, not to leave here, but to carry this view into the days ahead like a folded map in my pocket. White sail afternoon, moving steady past the horizon. We stay until it's out of sight, and the air feels a little cooler. White sail afternoon, moving steady past the horizon. We stay until it's out of sight, and the air feels a little cooler. A boy runs across the sand, yellow kite stretching the sky. You shade your eyes with one hand, pointing out where it dies. I trace its loops in the air, pretending to draw a map. You say you'd follow it anywhere if it led past the shoreline. The sand shifts under our steps, warm grains slipping between our toes. The sky is so wide, it feels like it might swallow the day. But I don't mind if it keeps us in this moment. Yellow kite horizon, a border we'll never keep. The the string. The boy laughs and runs faster. You take my hand, pulling me toward the waterline. We race until the tide catches us, and we start